Once you're ready,
Tony, you have control now.
okay. Is it caps lock on?
Client role.
Okay, so we'll just try to confirm the order on RF which we would create as per the creation rule. So I was mentioning you that yesterday I've created a warehouse order creation rule, when we did it in the session, and later on I created this wave with 4 deliveries. So it is going to create 4 tasks. Now when when this got released, I think it's automatically got released. So it created task. Yeah, it's released. So it created task based on our settings in the warehouse order creation rule. It created, you know, 2 orders for the 4 tasks. Okay, so let us analyze those orders. So our capacity we mentioned is 1 task. Our limit, which we mentioned is 1 task. 1 order should have maximum 3 tasks. So you can see there is 1 order which is having 1 task, and the other order is having 3 tasks. Okay, so this is the way it creates tasks based on your grouping that you do. I just showed you one way of grouping based on limit. You can have the grouping based on you can sort your task the way you want. You can apply filters so that some tasks are not included in some kind of orders, and so on. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll confirm this on the RF gun, and we'll see the difference. What happens is when we confirm a task with more than 1 task and one with just 1 task. So before we go to RF, let us open this monitor to see what all handling units are available for us to be able to do the picking. Okay, because we need to give the handling units here. So 8004. And we save handling units. And we are specifically looking for handling units which have 4 pieces in there. There are many. Okay. So let me go to the RF gun. And let me copy the warehouse order from here. So first I'll confirm an order which is having just one task. We'll see how it gets executed. So just go back from the other orders which are open. So we'll go with manual selection by warehouse order. We enter the warehouse order. What we need to do is we need to assign queues to this orders so that we are able to confirm it on the gun. And now we will be able to execute it. The one which is having more than one is opening, but okay. We'll go into this first. We'll try to confirm this. This is the one which is having more than one task, right? So what user will ask him, you can see there are 3 tasks. This is the first task, this is the second one, and then this is the third one. Okay, so he has to go and pick all the 3 handling units first. So he's not going to the destination bin, he's just in 8004. User will be guided to just go and pick a handling unit from here. 861 and 865, we learned 867. Okay. So he has to scan which handling unit he can see and it's available for him to do the picking. Then he is going to scan the bin, okay, that he has picked it from this handling unit. From this bin, this handling unit, he's going to scan the product. Okay. Then okay, so looks like we have this special character here because of which the scanning is not allowed. So Hmm, I think we need to find some way to skip the scanning of product. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the verification profile. Yeah. So verification profile controls what all fields we have to scan while we are doing the execution of the RF. So I'm just going to change that and say that do not scan the product. So there is an existing profile here. Let me see if I can use that. What it basically ZVP2. What basically it is scanning? It is scanning the PKU and the quantity only. Okay, so let me assign this so that when we do picking from our storage type, we are just using ZVP2. So whereas is WH80. Process type is 2010, right? It's stock removal. Activity is pick, and we say for all the pick, not only for ZVP2. And we'll also maintain specifically to our storage type and use this profile so that we are not being asked to scan the product. So 8004, right? ZVP2 control S. Okay, so let us go back into the RF and try confirming the task. So you can see now it is not asking me to scan the, um, I think we need to do a correction here. We need to also scan the source HU, because if we don't scan the HU, how will system know, which, it's asking you to scan the destination HU, but in a verification profile, we also need to scan the source HU so that we come to know, which bin we are trying to pick from, which HU we are trying to pick from. So let's go back and we change ZVP2 here. Instead of pick HU, we'll put as destination source HU. Okay. We'll change the name. I think could we change it to storage type 8004, and we say not pick HU. We delete the pick HU. And we say source HU. Delete. Okay, so our scanning will, then change the verification accordingly. So let me go back to the RF again. So here you can see now we can scan the source HU, which is 160. First HU we are picking now. Then is there a problem with HU? Okay. Then we need to enter the next HU, which is 161. We enter the quantity 4. Okay. Then third is ending with 67. So generally, we don't get this error, but somehow, this needs to be checked. It should directly take it. It's not. It's saying enter a valid HU. It's saying I don't want to enter. So you pick the 3 HU. Then once you confirm your HUs, pick 3 HUs. Okay. Then it will take you to the next screen to put it into your destination, that is the GI zone of the packing area. Okay, so looks like this is a pick handling unit. I was explaining, we create a pick handling unit into which we put all the stock. So this is a pick handling unit. I'm creating it manually, just trying to see, yeah, it should I think it has got all the HUs now. I'm just trying to test that error goes away. The handling units are okay. Valid HU. Let me see this stock. Stock seems to be correctly available here. So HU number is correct. We copy from here only. It's 00 ending with 167. What's the we'll try 168 211 AA. It's again. Yeah, so 168. Let me try picking this. It looks like something is wrong with verification. Anyways, I mean, so I think you can get the difference here. You take this 3 one by one, you pick all these 3, and when you go to next, one by one you place this into the destination. Okay, so here if it would have worked, we could have seen that, but yeah, let me check it. No, it's not working. Let me try one last with you. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 8. Okay, by manual entry it is taking somehow, strange. Then 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 6, 7. Okay, now it's working well. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 6, 1. Cool, now it's working. So we scan all the three handling units, we pick them together. Now all of them are, say going to the staging area. You remember for picking from 8004, we have set up every time we pick HU, it has to go to a staging area before going anywhere else, right? That's the LOSC control. Same thing, it's causing a task to create, not directly to packing, but here. So you took all the three HUs. Now one by one system is telling you, okay, place the first HU. Okay, so you place the first HU in the bin. Then it is going to ask you to place the second one. Okay, so this way you execute a task on the gun. So this is required. See, because a resource is working on the gun, he has the um, uh, you know simultaneously he's picking, and what his physical operations are the same are being directed here on the gun. So he's picking 3 pallets at a time. So first he picked 3 pallets from the source. Now the 3 pallets he's trying to place it in the destination. Finally we got this confirmed. So a task, let's not take this task, let's take any other task. So any other task which has um, just one order, how it works. Okay, so in that case, let us see why the other order is not asking us. So in that case, there is just one order, one order with just one task, right? So in this case, the user has to just select one task. Okay, so here the user is just going to select one source and one destination. Let me check. So if there is just one task in that, he just has to select one source, one destination. Then, in this case, if he would have got you know, three orders instead of one, what he has done, he would have had to do is take one, put it into destination, then come and pick the second one, then put it into destination. But what we are trying to achieve here is optimization, right? So the user in one go is picking more than one based on his capacity. The same way, the RF gun is supporting him to pick, more than one orders at a time. Okay. Outbound process, picking by warehouse order. It looks like some system bug, it's not picking up. Let me try by. Okay, let me take some other order which is available. So here you can see, system has just one HU here. Okay, so here once he is picking, I think the product scanning will give us an issue. So once he is picking this, there are no drop downs, right? So immediately he presses enter, it goes to the destination screen. So if there is just one task, so he has to pick that whole task, he pick the whole HU and give it to the destination, right? But whereas whenever we are grouping the task, we are, you know, going picking of three and then putting it into the destination. Okay. So this is how your, warehouse order creation rule will group it, and ultimately the effect you will see is on your RF gun during the execution. So is it clear? I mean, we have been on and off testing this, but is it clear now, the concept? Any questions on warehouse order creation rule? Is it clear now?
Ron, if you can recap the overview, because we are not able to get what exactly we are trying to achieve to that. The link is breaking. So if you can just overview the exact process and exact scenario what we are going to achieve.
Sorry, I was not able to hear you guys. So, yeah,
Hello.
is it clear? Yes, Tabriz, I can hear you now.
Can you repeat the overview process, because the link is breaking, so we are not able to get exact what you are trying to achieve by warehouse creation rule. So if you can just recap that overview process of warehouse order creation rule.
So, warehouse order creation rule, we group the tasks together. Yeah, so you saw me confirming the task now. So, in one go, I picked three HUs, right? In one order, I picked three HUs. So when the user is going for execution, he's picking three HUs at a time because based on his capacity. If there was no warehouse order creation rule, or if there was only one warehouse order for one warehouse order having one task, then in that case he just has to pick one HU, put it to a destination. Pick second HU, pick to a destination. But what here it is doing is going to the aisle, picking first HU, second HU, third HU, then going to the destination. So he's kind of optimizing his picking process.
So if we can restrict it into quantity also.
See, quantity can be anything. It's just, you know, see, your quantity is decided by your task. So your task, whatever quantity your delivery is requesting or your task is requesting, the user can go and pick that.
So only we are
So
limiting the task, warehouse creation task, we are limiting from 1 to 2. For one order, two tasks will be created. So
correct. So we are kind of tasks are created and we are grouping them into order. Like, see, it all depends on what kind of equipment you're using for handling. If you're using a small handling device where you can only pick one handling unit at a time. So you will give a rule and say that one handling unit will have one task, one order will have one task, because my resource can only handle one handling unit. But let's say I take a big forklift and I can take 3 or 4 handling units at a time. So you will change your creation rule so that you get one order gets 3 tasks. So the user, when he is going to the picking area 8003, he is picking 3 or 4 handling units, right? If this possibility, if this concept was not there, then he had to pick one, give it to destination, pick another one, give it to destination. But here he's grouping all of them together. He's picking from bin 1, bin 2, bin 3, bin 4, then going and placing it into the destination.
okay.
Take
And
1, take 2, take 3, take 4. That is what we have just done now. We picked 800, 160 HU, 161 HU, 168 HU. Then we went and put it into the staging, like the LOSC bin where we had, planned the stock to be placed into.
if wave creation rule is applied, so how it's going to pick from that warehouse order creation rule, or from the wave? If you are saying some
It's going
wave.
to it's going to pick from the warehouse order creation rule. So if you recollect, what we did is yesterday, we created the warehouse order creation rule, and in our warehouse order creation rule, we gave the filter.
So if wave is released, so it's going from warehouse order creation rule, right?
Yes, the orders are created as per warehouse order creation rule. See, I am just showing you an integrated process. See, you are getting wave also, okay, and you are getting LOSC also from where the bin is coming. POSC is also there. So I'm just showing you an integrated process. So small concept we have studied. Now I'm just showing you an integrated process. You can also work with this not only with Wave, but also when you kind of create tasks for a group of deliveries together, or for more than one items in one delivery. Okay, the same thing will get applied. So if you see the creation rule that we created, what we had, why this is creating 3 tasks in one order, because we said limit of 3. That means if we go into limit, that means maximum item per warehouse order is 3. Okay, then we also set up a uh, in a creation rule we have also set up something called as item filter. So item filter means only the stock removal tasks are to be considered. Okay, so do not consider any other task. So this grouping is always going to be done for only stock removal tasks. So this kind of filters and this kind of limits you set and ensure you kind of control. See, there are a lot of bodies and a lot of user exits also available, so that you can group if there are any particular criteria which client is asking you to do. Okay, so let's say for the enhancement would be like, I'm the user system should automatically determine that I am carrying a forklift, so automatically group it into 2 or 3, or let's say any particular grouping required. This is the place, if it is not possible to standard, you are going to you know look for some enhancement. Okay. So this is how your warehouse order creation rule works. We have been discussing this yesterday, but we couldn't test it, so we have tested it now. So is it clear now?
On a small question on to that, if you have four, if you limit to three, what happened to remaining one? If you are picking,
Remaining one is
it is
yeah.
continuing.
Remaining one is yeah. So you have so now once the user has supplied the 3 handling units, he is on the RF gun. Okay. So once he is going to do the picking by outbound, he is going to pick an order which is having, as per the queue, he is going to pick. System will determine an order that now he has to pick 3, and once he places that, then once he comes back, system will automatically give him the second order which is there in the queue, but that order will have just one task. Okay, so you see your system is assigning, the user is simply going to go in the queue, and whatever orders are there in the queue will be assigned to the user one by one.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
so the next order will be assigned but the orders are assigned to user. He will first have, the order has 3 tasks, that means he has to pick 3 one at a time, handling it at a time. Order has 1 task, he has to just pick one and go and deliver. So depending on your grouping is done, your users will get that kind of task or that kind of work execution. Okay, so very important that you do this control, so that when you are executing transactions, you know or physically, these things, the or basic low level users, they ask for this thing. you know why I have to run around when I can pick 3. I want the system to give me to pick all the 3 tasks together. Okay, so this kind of basic setup will be required when you are setting up a warehouse. User will demand you to you know map your system process based on your physical processes, how physical things are going on. Okay, So I'll take back the control now. Thanks, Tabriz. Just want to will extend for 5 minutes. Just want to take you a small topic which is related to creation rule. That is pick, pack, and pass. I mean, I will not go in detail in the system because this requires a lot of extensive configuration. This is already set up in the system. You guys can test it yourself. So in the pick, pack, and pass is a concept where it's used on your it's similar to what we have done now. So, but it's used specifically for your conveyors, okay, and it's used specifically for um, conveyor processes, and it's used specifically, um, where your product moves from one activity area to another. So you have a, let's say, a big storage type, and you have a conveyor moving on. So there is this a pick handling unit. You put the stock in this handling unit, then this handling unit goes to the next workstation. He'll put some other stock, then goes to the next workstation. He puts another stock. So let's say, for example, in case of your spares, spares packing, he will put some nuts, he'll put some bolts, he'll put some spanners, okay? So that kind of, and you have this conveyors going on. So how this would be carried out on the RF gun. So automatically, we have one source. In our case, we pick the stock, we put it into the GI area or LOSC bin or the packing bin. But now he's picking from here and he's putting into this. And this has not to go to GI area, Goodishwar, it has to go to the next work center. Okay. Then from there it goes to the third work center. Okay, and then when all the work centers, all the activity areas are complete, then the handling unit will go to the final bin. So if you have a look here how this execution works, so the same picking, it's being carried out from three areas. So you log into your gun, system will first, you go to your queue, okay, system will first tell you to create a pick handling unit. So you pick handling unit as we created now is this handling unit into which you are picking parts one by one. Okay, so in our case, we were in a pick handling unit, we are picking the task from different bins, right, of the same activity area 8004. But let's say in this case the activity area is different, you have a different storage type altogether. So if all these three activity areas, they belong to the same storage type, so all these, then we would have picked just one bin, picked from another bin, picked from the third bin. So picking is not required. Picking, putting in the handling unit, passing it to the next one. So that is why it is called as pick, packet, pass. Pick, pack, pass. So if you see how we execute this transaction on the gun, you create the handling unit. Okay. Then you say next. Then system tells you to pick the from a source HU, pick 10 quantity into 53. 53 is your pick HU, and once you pick it into this bin, this is in your start bin, then you scan the handling unit, then it tells you to scan the bin again. This is your start end. So in 0010 activity area, this is your start bin, this is your start bin, this is your end bin. So you start from here, pick the stock, put the product in the end bin. Okay, so put it in the end bin, and then your first task gets confirmed. Then the second resource, who is in the second activity area, he will be able to see this task now, and then he goes and scans it. He is picking from second handling unit 29 into the same handling unit 53. Scan the start bin, press enter, scans the end bin. Okay, Then the third resource can now see the task, and he will be picking from another HU30 to the same HU53, and then he'll pick from the start bin, and then you place the stock into the good issue zone. So now he's not putting in the end zone. The final put away, final placing of the stock is into the good issue zone. Okay. Since we have all this POSC, LOSC activated, it will be very difficult to demonstrate. We have to deactivate everything. So just sharing all the screenshot of all the how this task will be executed, and I've also done all the configuration, and the configuration steps are also mentioned here. There is just one major config. What we need to do here is the warehouse order creation rule. That is, you have to say here is pick creation category is pick path in current situation. Here it is pick pack and pass. So this process gets activated. So this pick pack and pass, there are two ways. One is system driven, okay, and one is user driven. So what we saw is a system driven. System tells you, okay, you've picked from here, done, go to the next one, then go to the next one. So if it is user driven, you pick it into this. So if it is system driven, you are given a sequence. You go from here, then here, then here. It's user driven. You can pick from here first, then put the second one also, put the third one also. Later, any sequence you follow doesn't matter. But if it is system driven, system will tell you always to go in this particular sequence. Okay. So I already shared, I think, week 6 folder where you can see this pick, pack, and pass. Okay, so that was warehouse order creation rule concept for you. Just want to uh, let you know what we are going to start tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll cover ad hoc movements, posting change, and if possible rearrangement. And day after tomorrow we'll cover replenishment. Okay, so tomorrow we'll cover this, and just request, if is it possible for you guys to have a session on Sunday, Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, Ron.
How about Vaibhav and Shreyas? I mean, we are just 3 sessions. I mean, tomorrow we are going to cover ad hoc, posting change, and rearrangement. Okay, then replenishment we'll cover on maybe Saturday, and physical inventory on Sunday. Okay, and then I just want to take on Monday uh, a topic, like there are some topics which are not in your course curriculum, but they are there. I just wanted to uh, share with you some documents on those topics and explain you those topics. Okay, so that you can also figure out those topics yourself. So some of those topics. Okay, so Vaibhav is not available on weekend. So are you not available for both the days, Vaibhav?
Evening we can try. Not morning. Evening we can do it.
Okay, Saturday for sure not possible. Saturday evening, is it okay with you, Vaibhav? Saturday evening. What time Saturday? I mean, is it possible, at late evening, maybe at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock? Okay, that would be fine then. So tomorrow we'll have session.
Saturday, 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. you are saying?
9 p.m. Yeah.
No, not possible for me on Saturday. It's morning possible for me, not evening.
Okay, let's do it this way. what we'll do is Sunday, can we cover for maybe 1.5 hours to quarter to 2 hours?
Yes.
So we'll not meet on Saturday. We'll directly
Don't,
meet on Sunday.
I'll be traveling on Saturday afternoon.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
Sunday it's not possible for me.
Sunday is not possible for you.
I'll be coming back to Pune on Sunday evening. By 9 p.m. on Sunday. I'll be in Pune.
Okay, so let us put it this way: is Sunday evening possible for everyone at 9?
Yeah, fine for me. Or Saturday daytime if it's possible for all. We have our exam at 8:30 am.
Okay, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Is it possible for everyone?
I don't know what we can do is
Sunday evening by 9 would be fine for me.
So we have two options: Sunday evening by 9 or Saturday afternoon, maybe 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. Which one is okay?
Aaron, what I suggest is we'll discuss and we'll mail you according to that. Is it fine?
Okay, okay. So you discuss among
By
yourselves.
today afternoon we'll mail you.
Yeah, I need 2 hours because I need to complete my sessions by Monday because from Tuesday I may be occupied. So I need to complete by Monday. So Tuesday my project timings and my project work is changing. So I have to accommodate. I may have to travel as well. So please let's find out 2 hours over the weekend. I mean it was working well, but unfortunately last week 2 days we missed. So let's cover those 2 hours somewhere on this weekend. 1.5 to quarter to 2 hours also if we give we in a continuous session we can cover up 15-20 minutes. So just let me know your suitable timing anytime on Saturday, Sunday. I will also plan accordingly. Okay.
Sure, Ron, we'll mail you by afternoon. Today afternoon.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
That's great. Bye.